Okay, so now let's take a look at the rest of the problems and finish this up. There are pennies and nickels in a bag. There are 14 pennies for every nickel in the bag. If the bag contains 300 total coins, how many pennies are in the bag? Defend your answer by showing your work. Now remember, you could defend by showing a table or something like that, just so that we can see your thinking. So probably what I would do is either a table or a double number line. It really kind of depends on what you prefer. But that's, totally up to you. I kind of like the double number line type thing. So if I take a look at my pennies and my nickels, okay, I was told that there are 14 pennies for every one nickel. And if I think about that, because it's talking about the total amount of coins, if I kind of add this bottom down here, as far as a total, there are 15 total if I have 14 and 1 in the bag. Okay, but I need to get to 300 total. So I kind of want to look at my total down here. And one thing that I could do is come up with, because I'm trying to get to 300 way down here, 300 total, and then I can change my pennies and nickels to match that. Well, one of the things that I might do is I might notice that I could do times 2 here to get to 30. And so if I needed 30 total coins, oops, that's kind of long. If I needed 30 coins, I multiply by 2, so I've got to do the same thing here. So I'd be multiplying by 2 to get to 28, and 1 times 2 to get to 2. Okay, so I could do that, and that gives me a total of 30 because 28 plus 2 gives me that 30 that's down there. Well, and then the next thing I notice is to get from 30 to 300, I can multiply that by 10. Because if I have 30 times 10, that gives me 300. So that means I'd have to do the same thing here. So I could take times 10 here, and 28 times 10 is pretty easy. That's 280. Okay, and then if I multiply by 10 there, I've got to do the same thing here. Well, 2 times 10 is going to give me 20. So, and if I look, 28 plus 20 gives me that 300 that's there. The question is, how many pennies are in the bag? So if I go back and look at that, so to answer my question, I would write 280 pennies, or 280 is my answer for that. Okay, you might have done something different here. I originally had thought about it that I could take 15 times 10 to get 150, and then 150 and double that to get 300. So it really kind of depends on how you see it, but our goal is to get to that 300 total. All right, numbers 9 and 10 are kind of related. They kind of go together. And so we're talking about making an ice cream float. And Ellie mixes 2 scoops of ice cream with 4 cups of soda. So I'm going to start here by looking at Ellie's mixture. And she has ice cream and soda. So there's my IC for ice cream and then the S for soda there. And one of the things that I noticed, if we had 0 of each, we'd have 0 batches, But she mixes 2 cups or 2 scoops of ice cream with 4 cups of soda. Okay, well we could make some adjustments on that. I could continue this, and if I needed to make another batch, I would have 4 scoops of ice cream and 8 cups of soda, because that would be the times 2, right, on both of those. So I just double it. So that's a possibility. I could even break it up and go in between as well. Like I could say 1 scoop of ice cream, and if I do that and I break it in half, right, 2 divided by 2 is 1, so I'd have to break this in half as well, is going to end up with 2. Okay, so we've got some comparisons there, and that's just Ellie. Connor mixes 3 scoops of ice cream with 5 cups of soda and says it will taste the same. Well, okay, so if I looked at Ellie still and I wanted to find the 3 cups, so if I did a 3 here, what would it have to be for how many cups of soda? Well, if it's 2 for 1, that means I need 6 here for the 3. And so Connor says he's going to do 3 with 5 and says it will taste the same. Well, obviously it's not because Ellie's has 3 with 6. So Connor is saying for ice cream and soda that his is the 3 to 5 for his double number line, 0 and 0. Well, it wouldn't taste the same because Ellie's is 3 with 6 cups of soda. So obviously it wouldn't taste the same. But how can we compare it? Stronger, weaker? Well, it depends on how we're looking at it. In this case, I could say Ellie's would be more soda-y. It would taste more like soda. Whereas Connor's is going to be more ice creamy because it has more ice cream and less soda than what Ellie's has. So you could do either one of those comparisons. If we were mixing like paints or something like that, or like making lemonade, we could say something like it's more watery or it's stronger because it would be more lemony because I added more lemonade or something like that. But with this, it's more, Ellie's is more soda-y. That's not really a word, but tastes more soda-y. And Connor's is more ice creamy. It's going to have more of the ice cream flavor than the soda. So definitely won't taste the same. Um, as far as Gracie for number 10, Gracie wants to make the same ice cream float mixture as Ellie. So we would be looking at the first one, but she only has 1 scoop of ice cream. So how much soda would Gracie need to add to her mixture to taste the same as Ellie? So if I go back up here, oh, maybe I can go back up here. There it is. Um, it's Ellie's mix was one thing of ice cream and 2 cups of soda. This one right here. So that's exactly what Gracie would have to have for her 1 scoop of ice cream. It looks like I kind of moved that there. For her 1 scoop of ice cream, Ellie would need 2 cups of soda based on our double number line up above. Remember, if you're not understanding this as we're going through it, make sure you are asking your teacher for help. Okay, at this time, your review should be done. It should be complete and accurate. Make sure, because we can't see your talking, so make sure you write something down about how they compare up here for this problem. So make sure you write something down for that, because otherwise, there's no, we don't know what you're thinking if you don't write that down. So the question is, how would it taste? And I talked through it, but make sure you write something down. All right, that's all for now. Good luck on the test.